Grammatically speaking, the opposite of normal is abnormal. But if you hear someone or something being described as abnormal, we immediately think of a weird fungus growing on a foot. But sometimes a weird foot fungus can be considered normal. Like, if you have a family where each member is prone to the foot fungus, it's considered normal within that group of people. The real question is, how can you tell when something isn't normal? Is there a scale? Like a doctor says, on a scale of 1 to 10, how normal would you say you are? But that would be stupid, because that's only your own opinion about yourself. It's obviously going to be biased, because everyone sees themselves completely differently to how the world sees them. But even then, there is no concrete version of you that the world sees because we act so differently around different people. Or is that just me? I mean, if I asked my grandma if I was a normal 17-year-old, she would say, of course, but that's because she's my grandma and she doesn't want me to feel weird, and she hasn't met any other 17-year-olds because she's in a care home. If I asked my best friend if I was a normal 17-year-old, he would say, lol, no, because he sees the crazy version of me that I only show him because I trust him and want him to know that I trust him. If I asked my mum if I was a normal 17-year-old, she would say yes, because you sleep until 1 p.m. every chance you get, but I would know she was joking because I can tell she's joking, because that's something most normal people can do. Of course, that's not saying that you're not normal if you can't tell people are joking, because that sounds like an insult if you call someone strange or not normal, but it also sounds like an insult if you call someone normal. So where do we draw the line at what's acceptable? I found that the word most people choose to describe someone who wouldn't be considered normal is unique, as it implies individuality but is still socially acceptable. I've been called unique on 2 occasions that I can remember. The first was in year 1, when for almost an entire year I wouldn't draw or write anything until one day I started drawing cowboys, just cowboys everywhere. The teacher came up to my parents at the end of the day. I was there. She said that I was drawing cowboys everywhere, and she called me this one word: unique. That was the first time I'd ever heard it, and my 6-year-old mind thought that it meant something good. Since I was very proud of all my cowboys, I thought my teacher and parents would be too, even if I did draw them on the cream walls that had just had a new coat of paint. Anyway, this word stuck with me as a positive thing. As I went through primary school, I heard it a lot more as we were taught to embrace others for their individuality. Everyone is unique, and that's a good thing. I was bullied in primary school. Badly. About almost every aspect of what makes me, me. And it took me a while to figure out why. I was 12 and I realised that they bullied me because I wasn't like them. They considered me to be different, and for some reason they didn't like that. My parents tried to convince me it was because they were jealous of my talents. I mean, yes, I'm intelligent, but isn't that a common stereotype that intelligent people are bullied? I'm not a stereotype, am I? I can't be the only one believing this. Do others worry about being stereotyped, or is it just me? The second time I was called unique was when I was 15. Someone accused me of wanting to be different at everything, so I could get attention. For example, if a group of friends said they all loved this one TV show, I would decide that I hated it just to stand out. And the reason I remember that is because it's true. I strive to be different. I don't know why. Even if I loved that show, I would say I hated it or had never seen it if the majority liked it. I guess this means I may actually be normal than I think I am, because I change my original opinions so I can be abnormal, meaning that my original opinions belong to the majority. I may actually be normal. The thing is, you wouldn't use the word normal to describe someone. It's not a personality trait. You wouldn't call someone normal even if they're considered normal, because it sounds like they're boring, because normal implies they conform to society, when in fact the idea of what society means and requires of people changes all the time. And isn't changing our ideas all the time abnormal? Surely if society is abnormal, then conforming to it is abnormal too. Surely if we have to change ourselves for society, then we were never normal in the first place. What if we were normal in the first place and we decided to change so we could stand out? Doesn't changing our true selves, our real selves, doesn't that seem not normal to you? Or is it just me?